What's more of a mystery? The way your wine keeps disappearing by the end of the night, or the housing market right now? If you're like some of my subscribers, you might feel like you need a whole bottle of wine right now to understand what's going on with the housing market. But just watch today's video, and I promise you'll have a better understanding of the market, and you won't even need a drink to get through it. Hey you, it's your favorite real estate advisor, Patricia Mishakin, with the XP Realty here in the Murfreesboro, Tennessee area. In today's video, I will be talking about some factors that influence the housing market. Hey you, so I get a lot of questions about the real estate market. So I spend a lot of time studying it so I can get the best results for my client. The market can be very confusing, so I totally get that. And that's why I am here to share what I learned with you. But recently, I've been getting a lot of questions as to why the market is the way it is right now. So today we're going to talk about the factors that influence the market and ultimately affects your decision, your home buying decision, as well as goals. Okay, so first off, let's start with the basics. Supply and demand. When there's high demand for something, let's say red wine, after all, it's the holiday season and everybody wants some red wine with their dinner. You go to the store, you're looking for red wine, but the shelves are empty. That's because all of a sudden it's holiday season and everybody wants red wine. So there's a high demand, but little supply. As a result, the store would probably raise the prices on the red wine. Why, you may ask? Because they figured, hey, everybody wants red wine now and there's not enough to go around, so why not just raise the prices? And they raise the prices and people are still buying red wine because they want the red wine and everybody's happy. Suppliers happy, vendors happy, and people drinking the red wine are definitely happy. But that new year rolls around and everybody wants champagne. They want to toast with champagne. So what happens to the price of red wine? It plummets. And as a result, the store will now drop the prices of the red wine because there's not a lot of demand for it and they still have a huge supply. So there's no reason for the prices to be high. The same thing pretty much happens with the real estate market, though at a much larger scale. Right now, we're in a very strong seller's market, which means there's a lot of demand for homes and there's very little supply. And it's been this way now for quite a few years now. The market was driven mostly in part due to the very low historical interest rates that we're seeing. So a lot of people wanted to take advantage of that and become homeowners. And with so many people taking advantage of their low interest rate, that drove up demand and therefore that drove up the prices because there wasn't enough supply to go around for everything. The Federal Reserve lowered the interest rates after the pandemic, and now that things seem to be a little bit more on track, the interest rates will start to probably move up higher and higher slightly. I know that I've already seen it starting to trend upwards, but it's still historically low compared to years in the past. Now with that, if rates start to trend upwards, this could decrease the demand in homes and therefore maybe the prices will start to level off. But it also could mean that more people will have money in their pocket and therefore they might be more interested to buy a house. And if they are, that will kind of increase the demand again. So it's a cycle. Anybody that knows about real estate knows that. It's very cyclical. Nothing ever stays the same throughout. Now it's a seller's market. Soon, we don't know when, it will be a buyer's market at some point. As you can see, there are a lot of components that goes into the behavior of the real estate market. And the best part, or maybe the worst part, depending on how you look at it, the real estate market in the country could be very different to what is going on in your state. That's why working with a real estate agent that is familiar or is an expert in your community, your neighborhood, better yet, your neighborhood, is your best option to work with. If you want my thoughts on what the best move is in today's market, just send me a DM, leave me a comment below, and I'll be more than glad to assist you. I'm always willing to share my knowledge so that you can make the best real estate decision for you. I hope you learned something from this content. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell so that you get notified when my next video drops. Bye.